Who are you?
Okay, my name is Reid. I am the Acting Director of the Disability Affairs Unit of the Ministry of the People and Social Development.
Tell me a little bit about your work. What does that work involve?
Well, the unit is responsible for the implementation of the national policy on persons with disabilities.
Okay.
We are what you would call a policy unit, in that we look at the macro picture of disability. There are other units in the ministry that deal with service delivery.
Okay.
We deal with the policy aspect of it. So the things that are important to us are the national policy, the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. We would like to see it ratified by Trinidad and Tobago, and we would take steps in that direction. And the legislation for persons with disabilities. So what we have done recently, we have developed a legislative policy that has been sent to the Ministry of the Attorney General for drafting of legislation. After that is completed, we would then have consultation with stakeholders to tweak it, and then hopefully we will have legislation for persons with disabilities. Another project that we have started is the establishment of a national register for persons with disabilities. That would allow us to have the data that we need to properly target programs and develop programs for persons with disabilities. So we are really interested in the macro level, developing programs and projects that would assist persons with disabilities.
Tell me a little bit about what do you hope to unearth from this book? Why is it of any interest?
As in other islands in the Caribbean, we have a problem with research and statistics as it relates to a number of different issues, but disability in particular. I would think that getting some evidence so that we can make proper decisions would assist in the direction that we would move in terms of where the gaps and what we would need to do to address those gaps, so that programs and projects that we come up with would actually be targeted and fill those gaps that exist. So it would also lead us to in the direction of a more integrated society when it comes to including persons with disabilities in everyday life. You know, so I'm looking forward to see what I can learn, what has been happening in the Caribbean, and you know, what I can learn from that to give some direction for where we should go in Trinidad and Tobago. We are responsible for the macro level, the policy level. So anything that would help us to develop better policy, you know, would be of assistance. The division is responsible for implementing the national policy that we have, which the action plan has expired. So we are about to review and revise the policy. So it's a good point now for us to take the learnings from this book to apply it to our policy. See if we have missed anything so that we could include it in that new policy.